Hi fashion lovers, welcome to my channel. Today it is this Shein top. All right, now this particular top is from Shein. I saw it on Shein page when searching because a client sent this one of the pictures and I needed more of the pictures, so I saw it on Shein. So make this Shein top with me, and this particular dress you can actually make it with 1 yard. If you have 1 yard of fabric and you feel, oh, what will I use it for, this particular top is cool. All right, now this is not a crop top, this is a hanging top. Okay, you can see it stops right at the lower waist. All right, so it is a hanging top. So let's cut it together, and if you have any question, drop it on the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, and like the video. So let's dive into it right away. This is the fabric. All right, we will be making this dress with. All right, now this particular fabric is crepe. It is not light, it is thick. You can see it has a little bit of a stretch in it, but not that much. Okay, so this is what we'll be working with. You can see how though just little stretchiness, that is what it have, and this is the calculation I will be working with. Okay, and basically all the bust waist divided by 4. There's no need for hip because it didn't get to the hip. And the blouse length we are working with 22. The half length is 15. I decided to add one because of the sewing to attach the gathers. And after division I went for my bust, I did +2, and to my waist I did +3. Now the pattern of sewing this dress, if you look at it very well, you see there is a dart that passed through it, so I need to put that into consideration when cutting. Okay, and the bust point is 10. So the first thing for me is to fold my pattern paper. This particular fabric, I will be cutting it with pattern paper first before placing it on the fabric to cut. So as I place my rule tape, the first thing I will be marking is my armhole depth. And for this particular person, I'm working with 8. It is a sleeveless dress, so you can work with less if you choose to. So I'm working with 8 as my armhole depth. So that is the 8, and the next thing is my bust point, which is 10, and my half length, right, which is 16. So this is it. All right, I've marked it. Next, upper here I'll mark my shoulder, which is 8, and here it is my 8, if the same 8. Then use rule to connect it straight down. Okay, now once this is done, this is my shoulder, bust point, and waist. Next step is marking out the measurements. Now what is my waist measurement? My waist measurement is 8.5 plus 3, so it's about 10 and thereabout. The bust, so I just marked it. Okay, so I've marked it, then I'll connect it. The next thing is my dart. Now this particular dress that looked at it very well, it has a dart on it, and because of the kind of dart it has, I will not be cutting the neck width or the neck depth any. I'll just concentrate on the dart. Okay, so I've curved my armhole. Whichever way you choose to curve your armhole is your choice, but this is the front of the dress. It goes in a little bit in. Then the next is my nipple to nipple. All right, now watch how I'm marking my nipple to nipple, from the waist to the shoulder, from the shoulder to the waist. All right, straight from the shoulder down to the waist. I'll connect it straight. Okay, now right at the bust waist, I will be taking 1 inch. At minimum you can go 3/4 if you choose to. Okay, but I want it to have space where the the bust can come in. Then you connect it down. All right, turn it this way, you connect it, then you come to the shoulder part of it. You're taking 1 inches. All right, the minimum you can go is 1/2 inches. Okay, but what I just took is 1 inches. Okay, and connected it down. Now once this is done, I will cut this part out. Mind you, that square neck or any kind of neck you're going for. For me, I prefer I finish do working on my darts. Now this particular dress has this oval shape on the, this lower oval shape. So I did +3. That is what I marked right now. It is +3 that I just marked. Okay, I will be using it as an extension as the oval shape, lower oval shape for that the top. So this is the 3 inches extra. I've marked it. Then I'll go ahead and the same dart. I'll go ahead to connect the same dart straight down, all right, because I don't want it budging anywhere. I just want it straight. Then I'll use my French curve, all right, to give it that oval shape below. All right, so that is it. I'll connect it down to the oval shape, and this is okay. All right, for me, I'm okay with it, but if there's any adjustment, it can be done after. All right, so when it's time to join the gathers, all right, I can record it if I choose to. So I'll just go ahead and cut. Okay, take out the unnecessary parts. Now I'll be cutting the armhole. Now this particular shoulder, looking at the shoulder has a tie knot. Okay, now there are so many ways you can achieve this. The thing is, looking at the picture, we do not know if it is just attached on the shoulder or it is tied. Okay, so but when discussing with the owner of this dress, she says she wants her own to be tied. She wants to be able to tie hers if she wants to. You can actually work on this shoulder without you tying it. You can just place it, or you can just tie it. So whichever one, but hers, she wants to be tying it herself. So that is what we're working with. So I'm done with the pattern, and you can see I've cut it. This is how it looks. This is my pattern. You will ask, what of the armhole? Why won't you cut the armhole? I will not be cutting the armhole yet because I need to, sellotape it together. When you're dealing, there are certain dresses you need to like be done with the dart before you know, work on the neck. All right. Now this particular dress, I will be working on the neck. All right. For me to work on the neck with the neck depth, I'll have to join it back together like I've sewn it. Okay, it will look like I've sewn it before cutting the neck depth and the neck width. All right, so I'm using paper tape to hold it together, especially at the upper part. I do not need much on the lower part. It's just the upper part, and which I've done. I'll fold it back together. All right, now I can now cut my neck width, cut my neck depth. This is a square neck. Okay, it is square, so after joining we have to cut our square. So for my square, I'm working with 4 inches as my neck width. All right, that is 4 inches as my neck width. You can decide to reduce yours. Is matter of choice. Whatever you want is what you do, but I'm working with 4 inches. Then the depth, you can work with 6.5, you can work with 7. Okay, but let's check. This is the bust point. So this is where this up down from here to here is what covers your bust. So if it is okay with you, you go ahead, but for me it is perfectly okay, so I'm going ahead with it. All right, then I'll use my rule and connect it to give it that square neck that I need. All right, but before doing that, I will equally need the same neck width, so my square will not be wide. The same neck width, I'll measure it down there and use rule to connect it. Okay, once it's connected right now, so this is it. Now if you are not tying yours, you can actually connect, slant your shoulder by 1 inches if you choose. But if you will be tying it yourself, there is no need slanting your shoulder. All right. Now, when cutting this, I did not add any extension to the shoulder because when placing it to cut, I will be considering that. Okay, so that is why I did not do anything on the shoulder. So with this, I can just go ahead and cut my square. All right. First, let me start with the armhole. Cut it out. Now, how do you finish this kind of dress? The best way, and for me, how I will be finishing this dress is facing. Either you go facing or you go lining. This is a square neck. It is not what bias can do to give you a perfect square neck. Please work with facing or lining. These are the only two options to finish this and get it perfectly well. Okay, so I've done that. This is how it looks. Okay, I'm yet to cut on fabric anyway. This is how it looks and I'm loving it already. It is giving me what I want. So what I'll do right now is take out all this plaster because I need to cut them piece by piece on the fabric. Okay, so I'll just take out the sellotape. Okay, so I'll be able to place it on the fabric piece by piece. Yes, I need to separate it and make it 3 pieces. Okay, so I can cut it this way, the way it is right now. So taking out the sellotape to cut it. Okay, so when doing that, you have to do it gently and be careful to avoid making mistakes. All right, place this back and take out this part that is not needed. You can see no part was torn. Okay, the same thing I did here is what I will equally do on the other side. Separate this. This is it. So this is my 3 piece for the front. Okay, so I'll just place it on the fabric this way. This fabric is folded into two. I can see the extension this at the shoulder because of the tie, the knot on the shoulder. That is why I extended the shoulder. All right, so but if you watch my extension on the shoulder is about 5 inches. It is meant to be longer, about 10-15 inches if you have enough fabric, but I'm working with 1 inch, so I'm just being considerate. At the same time, what I'll do is I will attach it. Okay, I'll still attach to the shoulder, so I'll have enough tieable, belt to tie more, to give me the knot tie on the shoulder. All right, so this is it. This part I will be opening it up. Okay, I will be opening it up this way. Now this is it. This part is ready. Keep it aside. This is the center front. It is folded into two. The side cannot be folded into two, but the center can be folded into two, or should be folded into two. All right, so, and another thing is there won't be any allowance this particular part, though when cutting the pattern I added my allowance, but if for any reason I did the pattern without sewing allowance, this particular center part does not need allowance. But every other side does, but this part does not need allowance, so I'm cutting accurately. Same thing with the upper part here. Good, this is it. So you can see no much allowance, just the accurate. So next thing is for my back. You can see this back is smoked, and it started from the armhole. I need to know the length, so from here to here is what I'll measure. I'm measuring the side. I did not include the over part, so I have 8.5. I have 8.5 in, but what I will go for in length is 10 because I have to smoke it. Yeah, so this is it. 10 inches, then I'll cut. Good. So let's check the total. I have about 28, 30 in length. So both of in total width we are talking of about 60 or thereabout, 50 something, 60. So I've gotten my three pieces. I've gotten my back, and for the smoking, this is how it looks. Let's place it perfectly well and see if it is giving what is on the picture. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to drop it on the comment section. Remember what I said, the best way to finish the neck of this dress is facing. Okay, facing or full lining, whichever one, it is perfectly okay. For this dress I am working with facing. Okay, it is giving me what is on the picture already. All I need to do is finish